Right, this is Premiere Pro. Just clicked and opened it. You get this page window up. You just click New Project. You get another second window. You don't take any, just click OK down the bottom. And it's saying it's going to overwrite a file by the same name. Just say yes. It's because I didn't name the file. It's just called Untitled. So we're in the standard opening window of Premiere Pro. Come down, this is called the project window down here, and if you double click that, it will browse and you can then go and search for your videos. I know I've got some videos on the file here. I will just click the first four. Click on the first one, shift click up there and open. Click open. These videos will come in and end up down here. There we are. We've got those there. Right, what you do now is you come down here, select one of them and just double click it. That puts the video up there. This is the playhead. It's actually in the middle of that little clip there at the moment. You can drag that along like that. You see what your video is doing. Or you just click the play button. But if you drag that over to the left, that's the start of the video, and you click the play button. Now the editing of this is quite easy, and you edit this clip, each clip, in this little window here. So if you say, right, that'll do there, click that stop. Now what you do, this playhead, you can see this yellow head is stopped there. You hit the I key on your keyboard and you'll see that it'll cut that there. You see that at the moment? So it's only, that's I for in, and then you can keep playing. If you decide that's enough of that there, you click that there and click the O on your keyboard, O for out. And you can see what we've got here. We've got a little short clip. Now, it's got to be brought down here. It says drag media here. So this edited clip, if I drag this down here, click and drag, it will just go down here. There it is. There's our little, and it's only that little in and out bit that and that's what this third window is. So this is where your media that you're using. This is where you edit it, chop it about, and when you drag it down here, this is your final film, basically, that you have here. And if I click the play button, you'll see that will play from there and just go for a few seconds and stop. So again, we've put one clip in there. If you want to go to the second clip over here, double click that and it appears up here. Again, just be careful that this playhead is there. Drag that back to the start. But again, play that to where you want it. And you know, you're fiddling around here with what's on the front of the boat. You can even just click and drag this if you want. If you think, oh, that's... There we are, we'll get it to where you're just about going to, we'll say in there and click the in button, the I on the keyboard. So that's somewhere about where I edited it for my little movie that I did. I'll stop that there and just hit O. So again, we've got this little short section. That clip is this long, and we've only got that much of it. If I click and drag, again down here, and the two sections you see that I've got here, one's the video and one's the sounds, but you want to get them together. Keep dragging until they close together like that. And then you can see they click up against one another. So now you've got two chopped up clips, if you like, in there. You've got that short reversing that bit, and then you're unhitching the boat here. So that's a start of how you can do some editing in Premiere Pro. Right, well, I'll just continue on from where we were in the first part of this video. We've got two pieces put in here. One thing, if you find something's not going right and it's completely, you know, you're not sure what's gone wrong, what you want to do is close the project. So just come up to File and come down to Close Project. Now that is better than actually just closing it down, because the next time you open it up, it will want to put this project in because it thinks you haven't finished it. So if you actually think it's all stuffed up, you can just go and close the project and then close down, and next time you start up, you start afresh again. So just something you can keep aware of. We'll say we've got nice clips in there. What you might also want to do is add a title in here. So if I click up to title, I'll just drag this. You can see this playhead on down here, this yellow playhead is for this window. So I've just dragged that off the end of the video. That's your video down here. It's gone to black screen. So there's the video when I'm over the top of it, and that's off. So we'll just go up to title here and create a title, new title, and you come across to default still. And you just click OK. And the first thing you can do is select some text style. So if you like some text that's down here, you can just click on one of those, double click. So if you like this yellow one, or you might like the white one, they're two of the ones I like. I double click this, and that's just, that appeared up here now. So that just means that's the text that we've got set. So if I click in the middle, that's ready to start typing whatever we want. And I'll just put in I hit enter to come to another line, enter again, and now we've got that there. If you come across, you can edit the size and everything of that. The size is up here. This is the text size. See the little arrow come across that? Double arrows. If I move that to the right, the text is going to get bigger. I think you have to highlight it first, like that. So just select, so that means the text is selected when it's, but if I highlight that and slide, you can see it's getting bigger. If I slide it the other way, it's getting smaller. But there's two ways you can do that. We'll just leave that like that. If I just click on this selection tool up here and click that, now when I click on the text, I can move this text wherever I want. So that's with this selection tool, it's called, and you can move that. It gives you an idea where the center is there. And if you come down to the corner and wait for those little diagonal arrows, I hold the shift key down. That way you can size that up anyway to whatever size you want. So there's two ways you can size your text. Just put that in the middle there, that'll do. If you want to edit the text, if you've done something wrong with it, you have to click on the text, the T for type tool up here, and then when you have to select whatever you want to do. So if I'd made an error there, you could change that to something else. makes no sense, but I'm just saying you can actually retype that or whatever. Put that back to Glenelg River trip. But as I say, if you to size, you either select the text with the type tool, so it's, and then you come up to the text, that's the size thing there, and those two arrows you get, you can size it up or down, or you click on this tool, and those two, when you have this, it's called a bounding box, this box with the squares on the corner, and if you go to one of those corners you can drag that and size it. So I like that one because you can actually move it wherever you want. So we've got our title there if you want. Now if you've used Word or any of those sort of things, this text is what they call aligned to the left. So if I click on this type tool up here again and go here and select all our text, see this box up here, and you can see what it's doing. All the text is square down the left hand edge. If on this side it's all square down the right hand edge, so it would be aligned to the right. If you click in the middle, it will center each line of that text. So see, now we haven't got the G and the R lining up, but the text is centered like we've got there. So none of the edges line up, just the center of the text is running through there. So you can choose whichever you want. So there. So once that's finished like that, you just actually close the box up here, and here it is down here. Now there's something you can do there. This is for 5 seconds, I think that is. You can actually change that. If you right click and go to speed and duration, you can change that length of time there just by, you can either do, we've got the same sideways arrows which go up and down, but you can change the length of time, make that a lot shorter or a lot longer if you want, but we'll leave that at 5 seconds. There's another way of doing that. Now we've got this text here, as you can see it's over a black. You can actually put this text, and I'm going to put it, see if you have a look here, we've got a V1, a V2 and a V3. They're layers, video layers, so you can have this text going over the top of that scene if you want, that we've got up there. So if I drag this to there, if you wanted the text to go over the top of that, you just drag it and put it into the V2 layer. So you click and drag and just put it into the V2 layer there. So now we've got text over the top of that. You can see what you've got here. You've got your 2 video clips. This is the A here, incidentally, A123 is for audio. That's the sound and that's the video. So that's your main video is video 1, but we've got a title above that, so you can have your title there on top of it if you want. Just to show you the different thing you can do with that. If I select that, you have to click on the title. It goes a whitish or a lighter colour, and hit delete on the keyboard. That just takes that out of there. Now what I'm going to do is slightly different. I'm going to drag it into the same spot, but I'm going to hold the control key down, and you'll see some little serrated edge things here come up when I do that. See that there? And you might be able to see what it's actually done. That text is now not over the top of the video. There's your video. It has no text on it. If I drag, what it's over is blank, so it's going to be black. So you're going to have text over a black start. So there's 2 different ways you can add that text. Like that. That's over a black start. and there's your video, or you can have it down here. But what that holding the control key was doing, it's called a ripple edit. What it does, it pushes everything in the timeline. Now if you've got 6 clips, it's a bit of a pain because you've got to push 6 different pieces of this, slide them up so that you can get this one bit in the start. But if you hold the control key on your keyboard down and push that in, that does what's called a ripple edit. It pushes everything in that line up and fits it in perfectly with that. So that's an important little trick with adding a title. Right, I'll keep going with our little video. I'll open another, we'll create an end title. We know how to make a title, so this is all similar to what we've done before. New title, default still. Click OK. That's come up with that because that's where the playhead is over. If I just move the playhead so it's over a blank piece, we'll get rid of the text that's already there. And I'll select this white one. Selected there, click on the text tool and just type oops. Right, I'm going to click on the selection tool. We've got those bars there. Wait for the diagonal arrow to appear. Just slide that up so it's nice size. Center it roughly in there. I'm happy with that. So okay, that's appeared over here. Now we can drag that till the end here. So just drag and slide it up to there. So now we've got an end to our little movie. Right, another thing we can do is add some music to this. So to do that, we go up like we have before, File, Import. We'll just go to this video music folder. These are royalty-free music, so we can grab one of those. I'll just click on that one. I'll click on a couple. Open. Double click that, same as we do with the videos. It puts the music file up there. To drag your music down to an audio track, and you want to come down underneath the first audio track, which is on the video, A2. So you want to drag down to this particular track here. But you click on this audio wave symbol there. So we'll just click on that and drag. There's our audio file there. As you can hear there's 2 audio tracks we've got now. We've got a music track and we've got the audio that actually came with the video. Click the M here and mute the sound track. But now click on A1 and hit this, just scroll the mouse button and you can see that opening up, making wider this audio track here. So that allows us to do a couple of things, but in this case I'm just going to click and drag this. This is the audio volume line here, and see the double arrows appear there? When you've got those, click and drag, and you can drag your audio file down quite a bit. I'll drag it down to minus about 14. And I'll try and match this one up to the same sort of amount there. So that audio of the background there should be a lot quieter. There's still a little bit of noise there. I don't mind that, so I'm happy with that. So we've quietened the audio that comes with the video. I'll switch off the mute here on the A2 track, the audio 2 track. That's our music track. A2 and hit the scroll button. Now I want to keep scrolling. There will be a couple of little tools, 4 little tools appear here when you keep scrolling far enough. There they are there now. So you keep scrolling until those appear, because we can use those. That one in particular there, add remove keyframe. It's quite important. So we'll just move, get up to here somewhere, to where towards the end of the video. And that's just already into the end. I'm going to add I've just played that towards the end of that video. I'm going to come down here to this keyframe button. Again, I've got to select this audio track first so that it's white and selected. Now I can add a keyframe there, and you'll see a little dot, little circle appear on that sound volume bar there. There's a little keyframe that is there now, and I'll just drag that up further up to about there, and I'll click another keyframe. And what you can do there now, it's only just add a little points to where you can actually do something. And what we're going to do is click on the second keyframe and drag that down, and that's dragging the volume down from that point. So I can drag that down quite suddenly there. Might be even a bit too sudden. Just stretch that. I can just click on the second keyframe and go to the right. Right, I'm happy with that. So that's music has ended there. What you can actually do now is come across and click on the razor tool here, razor blade. Now what you've got to be careful of is you don't want to cut anything else, you only want to cut the soundtrack. But see the line here that's moving along with the razor blade? Move that until it hits the playhead line and click on that, and you can see there that's cut our audio track. It's actually cut it after we've silenced it anyway, so we just click on that. So select that with this selection tool, click on that first, click on the piece we've just cut off there and hit delete on the keyboard. So now we've got our music track that matches the length of your so that just fades out. So it's just a way of fading out your music to match your video. So right, we can say we're all finished now. What we want to do now is again click on this selection tool, because now we want to save our project. And what we want to do is select everything. So you go to above your last video and to the right of it and click up here and drag. And what I'm actually doing is selecting everything as we go, as I'm dragging here. So now I've selected the whole of what we've done in this timeline. Come up to File, Export, across to Media. Whoops, Media. That opens a new window here. What you want to set up here is H264, which we've already got set in this one. In here, you want to come down, hit the little arrow at the bottom there, and go to, let's tell you when I see it. It's HD, oops, there. HD 1080p 25. Click on that. Puts it in there. Click on this output name, but the orange section, and that opens a browser window to where you're going to save your videos. So a good idea to save those in videos, and you can change your name there, name it whatever you like. This could be Glenelg. Just call that Glenelg River Trip. I'll put a number there just so I know. And click save. So that's where your video is going to end up. Come down and click on the video tab here. There's a couple of settings here that make this a bit better quality. If you click on this target bitrate, come to the orange piece and click on it and just put that at a setting of 40. Click on the maximum bitrate and change that to 50. There, so that you have good quality. Then come down here and there's another thing to tick. Use maximum render quality up there. And then you're all done. You're all ready to go. Come down to export and click export. Now this is a fairly short video, so it's going to do it quite quickly. If you've got a lot of clips, it could take 2-3 hours even. You have to wait for this little window here, this particular window, to actually close. It sometimes can say 100% and you think it may be done. It's not done until this window closes. So just wait for that to close altogether. But that's how you can save your project in Premiere Pro.